she said, Corinne, I don't just want to fight, but I want you to teach me to do this for the rest of my life. I want you to teach me how to organize. I want black and brown pride here, and I want to be a part of it. And I tell you right now, if you look around, Ms. Gonzalez, your husband is here, right? Your team is here. And look what you said you wanted to do. You wanted to put black and brown bodies together in harmony and love one another to unite? Well, you just did that today.
Everybody just surround the mural. We want to thank each one of you for coming out today to the Alex Gonzalez Justice March here in Austin, Texas. I would like to give a round of applause to all of the people you see here that march in this hot weather in East Austin and close the streets for Alex Gonzalez. Without you, this could not be possible. So thank you, all of you that were brave to get out there and to demonstrate and exercise your freedom of speech. When we march the streets, it's not because we want to, it's because we have to. We grew up in a time where, just a second. I need to move the speaker some way. Okay, can you hear me? We grew up in a time where we've seen a lot of trauma. We've seen a lot of police brutality in our lifetime. A lot of us have been a part of that. A lot of us have been racially profiled. A lot of us have been harassed by law enforcement. So it's very, very important and why we're here today. Because what happened to Alex Gonzalez was not just a tragedy to the world. It is real. It happened. It happened in our city in Austin, Texas. It happened in our streets on Wickersham and Otor. And if you're from Austin, Texas, you all know that East Austin, Montopolis, Riverside, Otor, Southside Dev Springs, all of the areas where we call Rasta, where we call hood, where we come from, have always been a targeted area for police to harass us, to pull us over, and to draw guns on us. That is the reality. That is what's happening in the year 2021. It happened in the 1960s, in the 1970s, in the 1980s, in the 1990s, in the 2000s, and we're in the 21st century, and it's still happening today. So I just want all of y'all to know that today was about Alex Gonzalez, but it was also about standing up for our rights as human beings, as citizens. We don't deserve to be killed. Alex Gonzalez did not deserve to die. And that is real. What happened to him is real. And if we don't come together like we did today to show the world, to show Austin, to show APD, to show our children and the future generations to come that this is not acceptable, and we will not stay silent to police brutality, because it hit Gonzalez's home, it hit Ms. Ramos's home, and the victims will keep coming. Every family across the nation is dealing with police brutality, and it's real. And I want you all to know that today y'all were brave, and I'm so proud of y'all, because so many people are scared to do what we just did. So I want to give a shout out to you all and to Alex Gonzalez. We are here today. We love you. Justice! Y'all can scream, y'all can shout. Alex's spirit is here. And so we're honored to be here with the Gonzalez family and with all the organizations that helped put this together. Thank you to the media for y'all just coming out here and covering such an important and vital story of our city. So I would start by bringing up the Gonzalez family, his father, his mother, his sister, and his sister will share some words.
I want to thank everybody for coming out today, showing some support for my family, friends, you know. Getting justice for Alex is the main thing for everybody, not just him. We're fighting for everybody, not just him, like I'm saying. All lives matter. Like I said in previous times, the color of our skin does not define us. We all bleed red, we're all the same. It don't matter where you come from, what you do. I mean, you know, we just need to get justice. Everybody's grieving from the impact of my brother, you know, my family, my parents, you know, everybody that came loves him, you know, and that's why we came to show some support, to wake the community, to let them know that this shit is happening. We got to make a stop, we got to do something, because if we don't, it's going to keep happening, you know. Thank you again, you know, from the bottom of our hearts, everybody that showed is very, very meaningful to us. You know, we're all together in this for once. We're all hurting, you know. We all miss him every day. Getting up is a struggle. When you're so used to seeing somebody all the time, you know, it sucks that they're doing this to people and they're getting away with it, and it's not right that they're taking people's lives. Who the hell are they to judge to take someone's life? They're not God. They don't make that decision, and if they wouldn't have did what they did, he would probably be alive here with us. But instead, they decided to take the law into their own hands. We're coming for you. We're going to get justice, and they mess with the wrong fucking family. That's all I got to say.
That's my baby right there.
Justice for Alex.
You're all going to go to jail. Oh, baby.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. I appreciate it. I really don't have much to say. But just, I'm going to get justice for my son, and them two cops are going to go to jail, and they're going to pay what they did, because my family's not the same. We're never going to be the same again without my son. He was everything to us. So for that, letting you know we're all about family. I'm going after you, Gutierrez. Serarto, I'm going after you. Whoever else, the whole department, I'm going after you. I will sue the city of Austin for my son, for getting justice for my son. And thank you for everybody for coming. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm Alex Gonzalez Sr. Like my baby girl said, both of them. Thank all of y'all for coming, showing y'all's compassion and sympathy and whatever else. I don't know what else to say, but thank y'all, everybody.
Thank y'all.
Everybody in the community, because you know, like they said, we broke. I'm broke. I got a hole in my heart, and I don't know if it'll heal, but they say time will heal. We'll find out, but I don't really got a lot of words. I'm not a person that has words too much. But thank y'all very much, everybody, from the bottom of all of our hearts, to the Gonzalez family. And we hope we get justice like everybody else that gets done wrong by whoever else, any other kind of enforcement agency. So I don't have nothing else to say, but thank y'all very much. Sorry I ain't got more words, but gracias.
Thank you. Justice for Alex Gonzalez. Thank you to the family of Alex Gonzalez. I also want to invite a special guest that we have here today. Y'all have heard her son's story. He was killed literally a block or two away from Alex Gonzalez, right across from the Rosemont apartments. Mike Rommel was killed last year, and we still seek justice for Mike Rommel. Justice for Mike Rommel! His mother is here today, and as Mother's Day approaches tomorrow, this is a beautiful time for her to come out and share some words about her son. But these both mothers have lost their son, so it's not the same Mother's Day for them. Miss Brenda Ramos, can I get a round of applause?
Hello everyone, my name is Brenda Ramos and my son is Mike Ramos, and he was killed April 24th of 2020. And I'm here and I'm still fighting for justice for my son, and we're going to get through this. For all that needs justice, Alex, Mike, everybody that's calling for justice, it's got to be done. Our children are our future. You just never know. Once you walk out that door, you don't know if you're going to come back. I have 3 single mothers that tell me about their child. So I'm still praying, and we got to stick together and fight justice for our people and everyone else. I'm sorry. Mother's Day is tomorrow, and it really hurts my heart because she always brought me flowers and a card every time and cooks for me. So it's going to be hard tomorrow for me. But I have a friend that's related to Hollywood Henderson for the Dallas football players, so I'll be spending my Mother's Day with them tomorrow. Her son's cooking for us, and his name is Scott. He's like a son to me. I love the Mother's Day. Thank you everybody for coming and showing your support. Thank you very much, y'all. Love y'all for being here. Justice, no peace. Justice, no peace.
Justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Thank you, Ms. Ramos. I'm going to fix this air. good. Our next speaker that we'll have will be the Austin Brown Berets. If you are familiar with the Austin Brown Berets, they've been fighting for justice here in our city for decades. So many of them are still here, they're elders now, but the lucha sigue. The fight continues. And we have to always make sure that we have our raza and our people fighting for us. So we have a couple members here. I'm also a member, I'm the president of the Brown Berets, but my minister is here today, Mr. Bosco Alfred Rangel and John. Here he goes. Woo!
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
The Austin Brown Berets of Austin, Texas are here today to call upon the state of Austin to take control of its Austin Police Department and the use of brutal brutality tactics in patrolling the streets of Austin. We're here to protest the planned and unnecessary killing of another Chicano at the hands of the police department. We are in the defense of black and brown citizens who are being targeted by the Austin Police Department and overreaching the current policy committed by its rude police officers. The rude officer is one that goes and does his own thing.
All right.
Well, I congratulate Austin citizens on and off the job, regardless of where black Chicanos live. They are targeted by police. We are here to demand the reform, police reform and police accountability to the city of Austin, especially the black and brown community and people of color. With demanding complete independent investigation into the details related to the shooting, and that the city stop for a review of the police department traffic stops and policies related to police off-duty police conduct. Furthermore, we call upon the city to pursue greater screening of police officers regarding to racial tolerance and temperament before they are hired. Black and brown lives matter. No justice, no peace.
No justice, no peace.
No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Thank you, Bosco. Thank you, Austin Brown Berets. Can I give a round of applause? He is our long-lasting elder, and we're very honored to be on Chicano land. If y'all don't know, Chicano Park was fought by the Chicano Brown Berets, by La Raza, the gente of East Austin, so you're on sacred land today. I want to bring up our next speaker. He's been a partner as well as a co-sponsor to this event. He fights for justice here in our city, and he has collaborated here in this event today. We are so honored and we're proud to work with him and to bring our brown and our black community together. We are not divided. We are united. You hear that? I want to welcome Austin Justice Coalition, Chaz Moore.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Yes, sir.
First and foremost, I would just want to thank AtX, Bertha, Florin, Nika Arnold, and Victor Reed for really being on the front line with the Gonzalez family and just being there. So first, I think we ought to give them a round of applause. Second of all, I just want to highlight a few things that I'm gonna get out the way. Tomorrow is Mother's Day, and if you are Latino, if you're black, if you're Mexican, Chicano, Teano, you know that in the black and brown communities, our mothers are the backbone of our communities. And it's a shame that the racist-ass police department has taken away the son of Miss Gonzalez and of Brenda Ramos. But I want them to know, as they look around, I see a lot of new sons and new daughters and nieces and nephews. So your sons may not be here, but you gained a whole community as a family today.
All right, all right.
Another thing I want to bring up, like Brenda said, solidarity. There are a lot of people and forces, media included, that want to say that this is a black issue, that this is a brown issue. If you're black and you're brown in this country, for years, for decades, you have been looked at and deemed less than. And it's well beyond time that we come together and know that all these issues, police violence is not new. It didn't start with Mike Ramos. It didn't start with Alex Gonzalez. If you're old enough, you remember the name of Daniel Rocha. That we don't lift up, we don't lift their name up enough. So anybody that's saying police shootings is a black issue, that's a lie. That is our community's issue. Immigration is not a Latino issue. There are more African people in this country that get deported every year. But they want you to believe that that's a Latino issue. That's a people issue. Black and brown women died the most out of any other woman in this country for giving birth because they don't get the child care that they need. And they say that's a woman issue. No, that's a black and brown woman issue. So today, I don't want to say we're going to start doing solidarity between the black and brown community. We're going to have a resurgence of it. Yes. So as a black-led community, I want the brown community to know that we are here. Yes. We are here. Yes. And we will continue to be here as long as you need us in any way possible. Yes. Yes. When it comes to Alex Gonzalez, I want to say this as I talk about Mother's Day. If you watch that video that I watched a Latino man in his dying minutes walk around the car trying to get to his mother, the mother of his child and his child. The media is saying, the police are saying that Alex Gonzalez was a criminal, that he was a thug. No, what I saw was a concerned father, lover, and husband. Hero. And he died a hero, making sure that the cops did not murder the mother of his child and his child. Yeah. That's why we're here today. We're here to not uplift a victim of police violence, although he is. We're here to uplift a hero that was protecting his family in his last minutes. That's the story. That's the narrative. And that's how I want all of you to remember Alex Gonzalez. No, they did not. That's why we have to do better in letting people know. I wish everybody take a picture today and post this on your social media and let people know the real story. Yes, change the narrative. That's the video that I saw. They murdered him. So today we gathered in Chicano Park before Mother's Day, and we'll come back every weekend if we have to. We'll have cookouts, mariachi bands, whatever we need every weekend until we get justice for Alex Gonzalez. Black and brown unity, black and brown people, I love you. Black and brown lives matter.
Thank you, Chaz Moore. You hear that? He's a hero. So we have to change the narrative because they have it wrong. He was a hero. Okay? Our next speaker is going to be one of our organizers as well. He's been fighting hard for justice, and I'll let him share his story. But I'm really proud to announce him because when we went to City Hall and we did a press conference, he was down, he was there screaming, no justice, no peace in City Hall because we mean business. We are fighting hard for justice for Alex Gonzalez. So let me introduce you, Clarine. Yay! Woo! The revolutionary.
All right, put this down. You better give me an intro like that. First of all, my name is Clarine Williams, the revolutionary activist and author, based out of Austin, Texas. I'm a fourth generation Austinite. If you did not start the march with us, I spoke a little bit briefly earlier about how I got with the family and got into organizing and bringing a voice of some unity. And just like you just said, one of the things that dawned on me the most was the narrative of the story. And the story wasn't getting any publicity, any highlighting, anything. And so we almost made it to the actual summer of this year and didn't hear much about what happened to Alex, which started at the beginning of the year. And so being in the community, being a revolutionary, being active, being involved, when I met her, I could tell that she had been muzzled.
Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Hit the notification button. Check out some of these videos. They're dope, positive, and funny.